Conversations with Cliff. I'm a free-thinking spiritual beast. We can keep it ratchet or classy. I'm here for the conversation.
Welcome back to another episode of That Spill. I got my man
B. Bush in the house.
and a very special guest.
Jabril.
And you know who I am. I like to shout out my man BJ, Mr. BJ's Barbershop. Come check him out in KC Mo. So today we're talking about how does music influence our everyday life? Anybody?
Who grabbing it?
Jabril?
I don't even know. I honestly don't know because I don't listen to music every day. I ride in silence a lot, chill in silence a lot. So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I think music influences people differently. Feel like whatever the topic is or whatever the subject matter they're talking about, because you got these musicians now, rappers or whatever, talking about toxic relationships. So you have people saying, oh, I'm in a toxic relationship, or if we drop a song like WAP and girls talk about WAP, it becomes a status. So it's definitely an influence on most people's lives.
Yeah, I think I see music as it sets the tone for your day, your mood. Depending on what kind of mood you want to be in, you listen to certain type of music. When I'm in the gym, I'm listening to rap, I'm listening to Waka, I'm listening to Jeezy, I'm listening to Boosie, I'm listening to Mozzie, and that sets a tone for my workout. When I'm at work, I'm listening mostly R&B because I don't want to be all jumping around and hyped up. I'm kind of listening to something that's mellow and cool, and it kind of sets the tone for my day. As far as influencing, I think music influences, like you said, how we gonna act, how we gonna dress, how we gonna feel in our everyday. Like music over the years has influenced the way we dress,
Right.
the way we talk. It's for the culture, so it's the same people that live in our culture. They just putting it on behind the beat and going with it.
I definitely do think that what you listen to feeds your spirit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful what you listen to, which is probably why I ride in silence a lot of the time, because you're right, it can change your mood. And you just never know what people's intentions are when they creating their music. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of sensitive to the artists that I listen to and the lyrics and stuff like that. I mean, I guess you can always catch a beat and just vibe out and be so oblivious to the message, I guess.
Right.
That's being spilled in it.
Yeah, I know a lot of women that listen to Jeezy and swear they're the biggest dope dealer on the planet, dropping the kids off at soccer practice or, you know what I'm saying, at school or something, and they swear they're the biggest dope dealer ever, and then as soon as they hit, you know what I'm saying, put the car in park, it's all over with.
Yo, my mama used to be like that.
So do y'all think music is more of a detriment to most people? Because, like you said, some people listen to this and they're influenced by this. They listen to Jeezy, like you said, and all of a sudden they're the trapper of the year. Or do you think most people could just take the song for what it's worth and just go about their day?
I definitely do.
I think, it's hard for people to separate. This is not reality.
Right.
They talking about their life and they rapping whatever. That doesn't mean you got to go out and do it. And a lot of kids did that. So I know in the early 90s, they was blaming gangster rap on all the what the kids were doing, what the kids running around doing.
It depends on how often you listen to it. You know, I feel like if you hear a song one or two times, then it may not necessarily influence you that way. If you don't feel connected to it, then I don't think it influences you in that way, unless it just got a strong message that you can be attached to. You know what I'm saying? But if you listening to something on a regular basis, then I think that it definitely influences your life and your actions and the way you present yourself just in general. But again, it got to be something that you connect to in the music or the artist, I guess.
I think people
that would allow you to be susceptible to it.
Yeah, it's a lot of power. Artists have a lot of power.
A lot of
power of influence.
Music, I mean, I'm not even going to start, y'all.
Come on, start it up. Put the key in the engine. Let's go.
I'm not. I'm just going to say that, music is it's just a powerful source, just in general.
Yeah.
Well, words invoke power.
Exactly.
Right. And then you put them to a catchy beat, then it just becomes like a nursery rhyme, basically, and it's just easy to remember. And then people don't really look to those who are influencers, to really be their influence, they looking for something else. They look at the music, so they'll say, "Oh, SZA, she might. I am so girls are glorified of being a side chick now. Now it's cool to be a side chick.
Y'all forgive me. Look, okay,
Or
I'm just gonna
Beyonce.
start, cause that's what I'm saying. Look, the devil was the orchestrator of music before, and it's just depending on what you subscribe to, right? But I'm just saying, I'm not trying to start an argument today.
Do what you do.
But just depending on what you subscribe to, right? You know, the devil was the orchestrator of music, and it was a beautiful thing. You know, despite where he ended up, and if you follow his story, right? Because he do have a story. But you know, so music was always something that was. It's a powerful source, and so it would be foolish to think that the devil don't still have that talent today, right? And so you have people, whether you believe it or not, who believe that they are witches and stuff like that. So people put all kind of spells and stuff like that in their music. Beyonce being one of them, SZA being another one. And not to say that I don't think that they are amazing artists, because they are, but those are some of the artists that I just don't mess with. Like, you got to be mindful of what people's intention are with their music. Words are powerful, like you say.
They are. But it's like when you do that, people tend to make things demonic when they don't understand it. Everything is demonic, or demons, or it's devilish. But the same music, you know what I'm saying, that we listen to is being played in the church. It's just the words got flipped. Same beat, they playing WAP in the church.
Yeah,
they flipped it and made it a Jesus
Yeah,
tune.
what church they in?
A lot of them.
But
That
might be true though. But do that say that it's right? Because then you still got to be mindful, like we started. Like the music is influencing them, right? So they listening to WAP, you know, Monday through Saturday. And if they are the ones that are the ministers of music in the church, then that's going to spill over in some type of way, right? You can't really keep the world separate.
No, you can't.
And I'm not saying that it's right.
Yeah, it's definitely not right.
It's just a thing that happens.
Well, we had to step away for the moment. Well, I don't know, man. Like, I don't approve of the church subscribing to taking these songs and trying to flip them to spread a message. Because what's your intent then?
Oh, right.
Yeah,
but then, you know what? I think that some people don't understand. Like, a lot of people, you can't tell them, especially if they die-hard Beyonce fans, you cannot tell them that this girl is doing something crazy in her music and that she has intentions that they may not understand, right? So I don't think it's intentional for them to cross the world.
Right.
You know, not everybody has a demonic intent. You know what I'm saying? So I think you do got to be careful to put your mouth on people like that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the church is definitely one of the biggest groups of judgmental people who
Of all
hypocrites
time.
and all of that.
Yeah.
So you just got to be careful how you put your mouth on people. I think it's wise to be knowledgeable of it and be aware of it, but you know, you can't just go around putting labels on everybody.
Yeah, but that's what we do. And music is one of them things that influences everybody, and we are quick to put a label on it and say, to write it off because we don't understand it or we don't like it. Just like for us, our parents went through the same thing. When they was coming up, the music they would listen to, their parents didn't like, and then fast forward to us, the music we listen to, our parents don't like.
Yep.
Fast forward to now, this mumble rap crap that my sons listen to, or the snitch rap.
But you can't snitch, but then you can't tell me that these people, like these artists nowadays, are so depressed. My God, I mean, look, they telling the kids to kill themselves. Now we was smoking everybody else.
Yeah.
You kill him, not you. I'm just like, I'm just playing. But I mean, you know, they so depressed nowadays. I'm like, man, everybody on these hard drugs. They sipping the syrup and
They
shit.
sipping and doing
God.
Xanax and whatever.
hanging
else.
themselves.
It's
just crazy.
If you want to call something demonic, that's definitely demonic. Damn.
Ooh,
Absolutely.
it's misguided, that's for sure. I was with them
Well,
when
we
they
got the
said
blind
fuck
leading the
police.
blind, so
Blind leading
nobody, gave them the info to pass on. So now they think I do what I want, I say what I want, and they in too deep. So they don't know what to do. They don't know who to turn to.
Don't even get
Like you
started,
said, they so
friend.
depressed.
But that's because people tapping
mental
into
health
stuff that
issues
they
is
don't
real.
understand, but then you don't even want to acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you mixing words and actions and all of that stuff, and you don't know what you conjuring up or what you speaking over yourself and
Creating
your
a
audience,
spell.
and just in general. You know, these people, man, these kids is crazy out here.
Yeah. I am a
I'm
diehard.
fearful for the music.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm a diehard Tupac fan, and he spoke on death so much. I was saying it growing up, like I had to catch myself, like I'm not trying to die, like I'm cool. So I stopped and I thought about like how music do that. It make you want to jump in the car with the strap and go ride on somebody. For what? Anybody did nothing to me? But that's the power of it, and it just it can make you crazy.
You gotta understand too, like we were talking about with intention, like with Tupac, and not to say that he wasn't into something crazy, I don't know, you know, but he was speaking his truth and what he saw in the world and how he felt, you know, about his surroundings and things of that nature. And music, just as it can cause you to feel a certain type of way, it's also very informative.
True.
Or whatever. Yeah.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So.
True. You want to take it back to the earlier days of slavery. That's how they passed messages along, through music, through songs. So I agree to that. Yeah.
People just have to be equipped to listen to whatever it is they're listening to.
And that's where it falters, that they're not equipped. We in a society where people tell you to go do this, and people like, cool. There's no responsibility with the music. No, I grew up listening to people like KRS-One, you know, like you said, Tupac. There was a message there.
So let me ask you, since you said that, and I don't mean to interrupt, but I just got to ask you, whose responsibility is it? Right?
As far as who? The listener or the musician?
Yeah. So who does the responsibility fall on?
Everybody. Everybody that's taking it in is responsible. As an artist, you're portraying an image that you don't live. Like 99% of artists are portraying an image that they don't live. We got to know that it's entertainment. So that's our responsibility. They're trying to entertain us. This is how they're making money at the end of the day. They're not worrying about what's what and who's who. They're trying to get a dollar. You can't sit here and say just because Jeezy told you he'd have moved 100 bricks, you about to get in your car and go move 100 bricks. You got to have, that's your responsibility.
Right. Right.
I think we give the artists too much responsibility.
They do.
Too much power, too, because they influences and all that, but you ain't got to listen to it.
Facts.
You know, if he rapping about whatever, you don't have to listen to it.
I agree 100%. They said something about Cardi B not letting her daughter listen to WAP.
Right.
And they were mad about that. They're like, well, she making it and she don't. I'm like, what?
How old is Cardi B daughter? 2, 3? Why would she be listening to
but
the
I'm
WAP?
like, she's raising her child. That has nothing to do with her career.
But it makes sense.
Right.
Why she know the influence and the power of what she's doing.
Right.
Why the hell would she let her kid? It's I mean, kind of off subject, but like the people of Apple, Steve Jobs, and what's the other company? The big companies, Johnson & Johnson, Microsoft, all those. They don't let their kids use those products because they know the power of them. Mm-hmm. They don't let the people that make Nabisco, that make Oreos, they don't let their kids eat that.
Because they know what's in there.
They know what's in there.
Yeah.
This like brings me to, since I know we way off topic, but this week I had this argument with a girlfriend of mine about Michael Jordan and his shoes and why they so expensive and how you know, our kids, you know, how we spend so much money on it, people don't pay their bills and they not prioritizing it, and we stand in line. And she's like, well, he should stop selling his shoes, or he should drop the price on his shoes, you know, because he knows how it's affecting our community. And I'm like, why the hell would he do that? This man worked, and you can take what you want from it. Whether you feel like Michael Jordan should be more involved in the community and advocate and things of that nature is something totally different from this man as a business mind. Right? He worked extremely hard in his career as an NBA star, whether you like him or not. Right? Mm-hmm. So the takeaway from that is apply yourself and push. That's what you should be giving your kids, not that he didn't vote one way or another, right? And he worked very hard to build his brand. How he did it, I don't know for sure. But why the hell would he take his hard work and flush it down the drain because you can't prioritize your bills?
That's
that's a you thing.
Yeah, that's
that has nothing to do with him.
You give
just
him
because
too
he
much
take
power.
the same shoe and just change the
Change the
color,
color,
and
yeah.
you feel you got to go get it. That's the you thing. That
I
has
guarantee you this man didn't call you at 8 o'clock in the morning to say go stand in line.
at all.
You
Go
know
fight,
what
go
I'm
stab,
saying?
go do any of that. They did the same thing with music. When we used to go to the store and get it, like FYE and Best Buy, we out there early in the morning standing in line, going crazy over the new, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Especially when they had like artists, signing, coming to the store and doing that. They didn't make us come.
Yeah.
It was a
Exactly.
conscious decision for us to go get it.
I feel like we all are in the same rat race, right? And we all are trying to find a way to get to the heights that these celebrities are at. And as soon as somebody finds something that's working and they reach that status, you want to tear them down. And it's like, oh, now they have an obligation. When you could have cared less before, right?
Crab in the barrel mentality.
Yep.
They got to come back. Oh, he don't support the hood. You get your hustle together and get out, and then you come support the hood. That's what I'm saying. We give it too much power.
And then, just because it's not publicized, don't mean they don't.
Right.
We gotta take that into
true.
consideration too. Just because you don't see it, don't mean they ain't doing nothing.
You don't know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jordan just set up a mental health clinic in
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? How many people, was that big news? Was that streaming everywhere? You know what I'm saying? That wasn't big news.
Nah, but then when they seen Michael Jordan prison, all the black people, and it
Going
wasn't even
crazy.
the same Michael
That's
Jordan.
what I was about to say, but it's not even him.
It
Thank
was
God,
going
though, 'cause
crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, that would have been,
But,
would have been tragic.
so we all agree that music can influence our everyday life.
Facts.
And we'll say that we give artists too much power, too much control over our life.
Super facts.
And we shouldn't. You should make a conscious decision. And if you're allowing your kids to listen to this music, you should make a conscious decision that this is what's going to influence them. My 3-year-old loves to he rapping in the back seat, and I'm like losing my mind. Like, how do you know all this and you barely know your ABCs? Like, let's get that
Yeah,
together.
I can't even take it. I can't even take it. My kids be playing, all kind of music. I'm sorry, but like cussing and stuff like that. I'm sorry, Al. They can't play. It gotta have minimal cussing in there. We're not coming out doing a whole bunch, especially not in the first few bars. And you can't even cuss in front of me. Like, no,
Right.
we're not gonna do it.
Don't
Like,
get comfortable.
let's tone the music down and be respectful.
Yeah. That's it.
So at the end of the day, the responsibility is on the consumer.
It's on the consumer.
On the consumer.
Boom.
Yeah. Enjoy the music.
Period.
There you have it.
Thank you for listening. This has been an A2I Media production.